Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon to where you are. Let me know in the comments where you're joining from this morning and how was your weekend? Hey Kathy, good to see you here. Yep, I'm joining from Seattle. We are having an amazing heat wave. Great to have that sun. From the cold mornings to a bright days. It's amazing. Are you guys enjoying that? Mm. Hi, Julie. How are you? Yeah, it's beautiful, right? And how many of you have witnessed our lights last week? Hey, Nancy. Good morning. It was magical. Yeah. It's one of the amazing things. I went to Iceland a couple of years ago to view the Northern Lights, but actually, none of the days we there we could see it. And here in the backyard, we could just have our camping tent and watch the spectacular show that shows, things need not be hard. And things happen so easily as well. And it's great how Mother Nature made it very visible to every one of us, isn't it? Or mostly, yeah. It's just amazing. Hey, Marita, good evening from Stockholm. Lovely. Hmm. All right, okay, let's get started. It's usually I do this topic on Thursdays, but I thought let's do it on Monday and see how the energy builds up. My name is Srimanju. I'm here in Seattle and I'm an Akashic Records reader, cacao practitioner, Reiki healer, an author to Connect Your Inner Guide book, and Kids Angel Cards, a co-creator. Just few of them that I highly go by every single day practicing these things. I do come here on Insight Timer a couple of times a week with different topics that inspire me and that really are helpful for my own personal well-being. So I do bring it to showcase like, hey, we do have some tools. Also, sometimes it's just about reminding as being in the group consciousness of how else can we transmute energies, change the energies as well. So, getting into the Akashic records before I go deeper into this topic, I just wanted to ask how many of you have been with me on this meditation before? Or is there anyone completely new to Akashic records and you're just curious to find out what it is? You let me know so I can give you some baseline of information about it here. So Akashic records are a space where we get into through meditation is one of the ideal ways, or through a prayer, which I teach in my classes. Is to get into your soul information, retrieve the details that we need for our life. It could be some trauma or some patterns that we do notice or some fear-based things or just being curious about how do I prepare for myself into the future or what is the past karmic ties. It could be so various subjects are there, and also not only from our personal records but also from the global consciousness. How can we be co-creating with the stuff is what's been here. Yeah, so this portal is amazing that we can dip in and retrieve information and implement into our life to see the changes and the transformations quite quickly and easily as well. Yeah, we don't need to wait for a long time, many times that it just changes. So if anyone first timer completely, let me know in the comments. And if you're first timer, I would say be open, how you are noticing into your body as well. Yeah, there is a lot of plugins that come in, and also you do notice a lot of releases do happen as a result. Yeah, releases as could be like you might feel like, more of a heat or a cold, or even twitches, or like a drop of like truth bombs do happen, wisdom might happen, because it's just that sacred space we are in a container, and you do notice about things that are coming through. Yeah, absolutely, everything that happens for a reason. Like, you're being drawn to at this moment of time just to rehear something, or you wanted to have a soul conversation with yourself, like, so this is a perfect opportunity to have that conversations. Yeah, if anyone has any physical health issues, that are more on like, arthritis, mobility currently, like, you might notice quite easily after the meditation, after into your records, you're having a bit more of energy or more clarity, or brain fog if someone is coming in with, you might notice, oh, actually, I'm having a lot of energy and the clarity to do things, like, finish things. Yeah. So utilize that energy for the rest of the day, next couple of days as well. Rather than sitting with procrastination, we are moving things through, because that stuck energy is changing and releasing. Yeah. So those are the couple of things I wanted to give a highlight about. If someone is driving, please don't participate in this meditation, because it does give you lightheadedness. So, but there is a recording happening on my YouTube channel, so you can always go back and re-listen to it any moment. Yeah. Super curious and drawn to learn more. Great. Thank you, Nancy, for choosing to be here. And so the topic that I was being drawn this morning is about fear and love. And many of you are feeling into the fear energies recently. It depends on the subject. It depends on the time and day whom we are conversing, right? I've been noticing with my clients, myself, like, fear is quick. I mean, quickly. And I have allowed it to teach me a lot of things as well. Yeah. If anyone has read this beautiful book by Liz Gilbert, Big Magic, that's my favorite one on the subject years ago when it came out. Like, it just taught me so much, like, fear, how we can use it to empower ourselves. Like, fear is something that only you will feel because you're doing something exciting. And when you reflect back into it, the unknown is what the fear is about. The unknown from our ancestors, from our family, they have projected onto us. We have remained in fear. So when you are awakening, you are relearning yourself, releasing that fear. So what generally happens is anyone in our family bonding friends, like, who are not aligning, because they are projecting us to be in certain way, but your soul is expanding to be in another way, you drop in those relation as not serving, or we are not in the same companionship. Like, I know you don't understand me, like, I can't grow around you, and we drop in, and that is awakening comes through. If anyone has been to Reiki or any deeper initiation kind of energy work, for years I have been observing that when they come for level 2, they would say, like, actually, I want to break this relation with my husband or a partner, and I don't want to be in that container anymore. Just because we felt lighter practicing Reiki or energy tools, we do know that others are not resonating, and sometimes we just want to break apart. Yeah, allowing ourselves to flourish more deeply, right? And that is one of the things, that the fear that we understand is like how everything is so dang, like, tied into our vibrations. Because when you are being awakened, you are being shown the other end of the spectrum, which is the love, receiving love and accepting yourself, feeling one with the universe, co-creating and knowing that you belong here. And that is the other big projection that we get to feel, enhance it. And that's where, like, the fear is to opposite is the love. And when you feel into the love energy, everything that's making us uncomfortable, we are dropping. It could be the religious habits, it could be the people, it could be the food, like, or the change in the location or the jobs, like, everything that has been teaching us to be in control and in fear and living every day, getting up with that fear is what we are. And many of us are even dropped out of like watching television, news channels, right? Or social media even. And that's the reason, because these are all not serving and they're in the lower frequency, and the love is more of a together, like, we are feeling, witnessing, and resonating with each other energies. Yeah, do you all agree with that? And so today's topic is about that, going into our records, finding out, like, if any moments of fear are still there within us. Why am I feeling it? How do I clear it? Like, because this beautiful resource has all the information. So why not deeply tap into, like, if someone is struggling with a relationship, want to go through a breakup or change a job, you're not able to do it because of, like, certain things in our mind still. What if I'm not going to ever get a good job? Or what if I'm not going to be in healthy relationship? What if it doesn't work out, right? Because people have said to us, our ancestors have, our family members have said, you have to be in certain way. And if you're going to do any other way, is where we feel like, oh my God, I'm going to be a failure, right? And that is where we are changing the language now. I use this reference usually with the fear and the love, is like fear is tight and love is expansion. Like everyone can fit in, everyone has enough, like, and we are in that breath of a space that, like, life is happening and we are enjoying, we are co-creating that part. But fear is so tight that we feel suffocated and can't open our wings and can't do what we want to do, because you're not letting your heart expand in that fear, in that shrink. Over the time, what happens is it sits in our body. The mind, the energy, everything manifests into our physical body as a health issue. If anyone resonates with, like, what our health issues are and how we have been suppressing these fears into our physical body, I'm sure someone here might be with arthritis or diagnosed with any health conditions. And when you look onto, like, what is my body teaching me, we do realize, like, when I was hit with arthritis at 28, I had to look into the same thing, like, and understand what kind of a life was I leading so far, and what is that I need to change, listening to my heart. And since then, it has been quite a roller coaster to change around full spectrum, like, into the way I want to. And that is where, like, we say growth mindset, like, yes, I'm willing to grow, but also I know there is a risk and a challenge, but also I do have those gifts within us. We trust ourselves. We live with more fulfillment into ourselves. Yeah. With old age, I'm turning 70 this year. I've realized that fear really has no place anymore. And well done, Maritha. Glad you are feeling into it. Yeah. And it's never about the age, it's about the quality of the life we lead into. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Yeah, that we are coming into. So, how about we transmute that energies today? How many of you are with me on that? Give those love hearts in the comments. If this is resonating, this is being drawn into, we'll go in together and transmute these energies and bring our empowering beliefs and the patterns or the pathways that we need to travel onto, whatever that means. Like, whatever your guides are teaching you, showing you, or, deep inside these formulas, but now you are getting a bit of, like, confirmation, like, hey, I'm meant to do it. It's coming back again. Like, let me do this. Like, now, yeah, that's a force we are building into. And remember, like, of course, there is no one going to give us better suggestion than ourselves, because you are the one who is leading onto the path. None of your friends, family members have led onto your path or had a doubt or a question or desire, same as you. But if you are more connected to the soul tribes, you do understand whoever has a passion also has a fear, and we need to change it around, and that's where, since I think 2020, the more of the entrepreneur, especially women or entrepreneurs, are being birthed because they are willing to take the risk, have understood how we have been in the matrix or programmed, and now is to live a fulfilling life, and doesn't mean that we have to have certain scale of money or anything. It's about showing up. Everything else is universe is co-creating. The bigger belief that I have is we are in this infinite wisdom world, infinite giving universe as well. Everything is there. It's only we need to be readily tapping into it. I also see the other duplicate version is some of us do have this, I want to stop my job. I want to create my business, but can't take this leap of faith of jumping in, and years go by wanting to stop the job and do the business, right? We are trying to be on both the boats, like traveling parallelly together, neither happy or fulfilled. And in the workplace, if you noticed, many of people are becoming more toxic because the hearts are not being fulfilled. They're more like aggressive as well, right? Like it could be the managers, it could be the colleagues. They haven't fulfilled and they're half functioning and not able to give their full input, and it's drastically changing as well. It's not only that, but also the family situations, the traffic, it's leading, every part of ecosystem is leading into that part. And when actually we say okay, I'll give myself a permission to do like three-fourths even into my passion, or give a little break to do it, that is where we'll start noticing things are shifting up, and we are not in a scarcity. Actually, it's happening for us, and we are creating the reality that we want as well. So here is that leap. Let's build that bridge from fear to love and cross over and see what happens. Right in the meditation, visualize what it is like. You may not need to take an action. The actions as you're being prepared might come in. Generally, many times people do say hey, I'm not enjoying my job, but when you get laid off is a shock to our system, and then is our nervous system acting on the survival mode of it, right, and makes us do things about it. I've noticed many people who have been off the jobs have created so much amazing things. Yeah. So it's about taking that leap of faith and jumping on it. And right now you can visualize what it is like before we lose our jobs, or before we lose that, the stability that we are having in, and visualize and what are the actions coming in. Akashic Records meditation is getting into that space, receiving the information through the words, or pictures, images, and finding the clarity and sensing, clearing up the system as well, and just being in that bliss state. Also, I would highly recommend to have a journal beside you, so you're making some notes, because as we open up our eyes later on, we might be a bit lost, like, oh, what did I feel? I forgot everything. But as you are channeling in, if you're able to capture, it's great. If not, be in that state, allow the information to drop in. Yeah, so that would be a good one. Notice being conscious with your breath, your movements, your body, how the temperature is changing and everything. What else? So the symbols and the information can come through later on the day as well, or in your dream state as well. So be very open to what are the changes coming in. Be very clear about your intentions. The meditation will be around 20-25 minutes. Yeah, I'm seeing how our group is doing that together. So if you're all good, let's get in, or if any questions, let me know. Let's get into the meditation. Please don't drive. And make sure you are surrendering with no distractions, being here in the moment. Yeah, that's the most important thing. If you're enjoying so far, give a follow so you know to get the notifications on the next events. Is there somewhere to go in records? I had a new op and working on healing. So, with that intention of receiving the healing, you're sitting and setting that intention. So when you are in that beautiful state of the records, you're also receiving healing and getting the wisdom if that's what it is. You don't need to go literally. You just be where you are and allow the guides to do the work, surrender into this moment. Yeah. So to have this upgrade, like, or have a speedy recovery or even release that the distractions of a trauma that you could have gone through. And remember, like, to get to the operation, there has been some changes coming through and we are working on that. Like, we don't need to know all the details, but the guides will do the work for us, which is amazing. Guys, can you all listen to the music? Can you confirm if the music sound is good or it needs to be a bit louder? Good. Great. Thank you, Erika. Let's get in. Perfect. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Closing your eyes, softening your gaze, whichever is comfortable. Breathing in and out. Calling in your guides, calling in your inner child to travel with you in this beautiful space of Akashic Records, of your soul blueprint to be received for your highest good at this moment of time. To receive the information, to capture this moment that you remember when you are coming out of the records, as well. Set that intentions. Relaxing with your breath, connecting into that air in and breathing out, loosening up your shoulders, your jaw muscles. Breathing in all the way down to your feet, holding your breath and gently breathing out. Breathing in through your mouth and breathing out through your nose. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Relaxing, setting your intentions. Intentions why you were drawn to your receive the healing for your highest good, and the messages and the information from your records clear up anything that's not serving purpose to you at this moment of time. Relaxing your fingers, relaxing your toes, your hips, breathing in, becoming lighter and lighter. Imagine yourself floating with every breath, filling into you, feeling lighter and lighter. And calling the guides, masters, teachers to accompany you on your journey, to go in together into this beautiful portal of Akashic records that are yours. And with your breath, notice that you are closer to this beautiful diamond crystal. You can see it, feel it in a distance, and you're floating and you're reaching into this beautiful diamond gateway. You may remember this place from a previous meditations or knowingness or your dreams. As you just come closer to this portal, you notice your masters, teachers, guides are welcoming you, inviting you to step through this time and gateway portal. As your names are written on this portal, you know you are being called and received by the teachers, masters, your ancestors, your loved ones who accompany your journey in this lifetime, previous lifetimes that you recognize, you recollect, or you get to meet them now. As you step in, notice the feeling of lightness with your intentions to heal and receive information. You're walking through this beautiful crystalline diamond energies, feeling lighter, wavy, observing who is showing up to you in this beautiful gateway. Asking yourself, do you recognize anyone here? Have you met them before, or is it your first time? And how does that make you feel right now? Your masters take you through the different rooms, showing you the energies. And as you go around the rooms, you notice the scrolls, the books, the crystals that are drawing to your intentions. Making you feel lighter and safer. And you're being taken into this beautiful library where the records of your questions are being held. The questions that you came in with to understand where your fears are coming. About the projects, personal life, work, anything that you're currently being drawn to. Sit with that intention. Ask your guides to show you a scroll or book that is relevant for you to know right now. And your guides hand you over a beautiful scroll. Taking it, placing it closer to your heart, feeling the sacredness and the depth of the information it holds. Giving yourself the permission that you're ready to receive the information. At this moment of time, to transmute the fears into love and expansion, to get to know your potentials of being on earth at this moment of time. And you open the scrolls in the book. Observe, notice, what is it like holding this piece of information? Where do you feel in your body? Gently opening through the pages with curiosity of your inner child and excitement to find, to reveal the information that you have been seeking is right here. You notice that words might be dancing around or images might be showing up. Make a note of them and ask the guides to go deeper. As you're receiving these informations to your soul essence, notice your body healing, receiving the light codes, remembrances, opening up your intuition, opening up your third eye to understand these energies, the light codes that are practical into your day to day life. Scroll through the different pages to know where is this fear coming from past lifetimes or the future times? Or is there something that is relevant for you to understand? Scroll through. The curiosity of your inner child, allow yourself, give permission to go deeper, to clear up these fears that are originating, that don't belong to you. And ask the guides to replace with light, light of the strength and knowingness. Breathe and feel the shift of energies. And notice who else is here in this record space. Are you able to recognize your masters, guides, your ancestors, or the spirit guides present, or spirit animals? Look around. Is there any guidance your ancestors are giving you at this moment of time? Go over the book to your guides with an open mind, open palms. Receive the upgrades, clearing up anything that's not serving for you from your higher mind, higher self at this moment of time. Asking the guides to cleanse and upgrade. And share the colors, images, light codes that resonate with you at a deep soul level. Things that you may not understand at this moment of time, but slowly will be revealed for the next few hours, days that are coming up. Notice that tingle sensations in your body, the heat or the cold. Breathe. Let your auric body, your cells be filled with love, faith, trust, strength, protection, remembrance. Just walking around now in this beautiful crystalline portal, noticing, observing what else is catching your eye, attention, feeling. You're just going around, feeling in, accompanied by your guides, angels, teachers, feeling one, capturing this moment of truth in your heart. And thanking everyone for showing you, guiding you, releasing what's not serving, and breathing into the light frequencies now. And know that this place is always welcome. And you're ready to be here anytime you wish to. Thanking the guides for holding this space and remembrances. Handing over the book, the scrolls, and gently stepping out of the diamond light, feeling complete, upgraded, lighter. With your breath, notice you're floating, floating from head to toes, feeling in your body, gently merging back into your physical body in the room that you're in. Back into the body, back into the body. With all the recollection and the memories that you had witnessed, upgraded, making it more ideal into the earth life you are leading into. Placing your palms on your heart center, capturing all this information. Breathe all the way down to your feet, wiggling your toes. Noticing your knees, your hips, feeling into the body, your belly, your tummy, your heart, your throat, third eye, your crown center, coming back fully into your body. Thanking the guides, masters, this beautiful group community that we have gone together, witness this profound healing for a better version of ourselves. The records are being closed, the records are being closed, the records are being closed. Until we give permission to our higher self to go back again to receive some deeper informations. I am here now. Repeat in your mind, I am here now. I am here now. Slowly coming back and gently warming up your palm and placing it over your eyes. And when you're ready, open your eyes gently, softly, like a baby. And look around the room and the space you're in. Take a little stretch and have some water to come back fully. Take a moment to write in your journal any information that's relevant that's coming up. Or draw the symbols and just make a note how you're feeling at this moment of time. Welcome yourself. Moving around. Let me know in the comments who is back. How was it? Did you receive any information? Any symbol, any words, colors, how your body is feeling? Single sensations, warmth. And by the love hearts, let me know you're fully back. Light code. I kept hearing light codes as well, but not sure what that is. So wanted to ask you, did you hear from me or did you hear from your guides? Interesting experience for sure. What was it like? I'm being drawn to pick a card for us all. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, we'll go through that in a moment. So the light codes is like, when you look, the easier way to explain is light code is like a symbol trapped in the slight frequencies that we may not understand when you look at it. But when you sit with that, there is some changes that happen in our body. Just like when you look into the sun in the morning, of course, like, or even later as well, there is something of a bliss moment happens, like, uncomfort or a comfort, and you feel much more light in your body. And this is where the light codes come in as like remembrances of who you are, because we are just more than our body. This body is only a vessel in this lifetime, and we had many lifetimes, and we are remembering those that are being trapped in here. It's like a little treasure chest. We left it throughout, and now we are opening to receive, oh, what is my other gift that I got and that I haven't utilized yet? Like, and those little envelopes have this information. Sometimes we just know what those light codes are very in the moment. Sometimes it does take to process in what it was. But ask yourself, because your body is a beautiful map of treasure, as where did I feel it? Is it in my heart, in my throat, or in my third eye? Where did I feel? What does it feel to me? Like, and that is a good way to come back into that light codes. A lot of us do make hand movements, like, as the light codes are coming in, the change, like as we are opening into our hands, in our auric body remembrance, or a lot of people do use these light codes as a vocal, that they are speaking in a different tongues, like, or a language. Just simple example is when you speak to a baby, you do say goo gaga and some other words that we make up, of course, For us, we know it doesn't make sense, but the baby laughs and smiles. They do understand what you're trying to say there, like, and that's things. And generally, light codes don't have the words to fill in because words are only limited capacity of how we can understand it. And it's more about when you feel in yourself, it's much more powerful. This was very strong. I felt very strong, subtle, soft as well. Whereas a lot of changes and shifts, I guess, with also the word, the intention we brought in, the fear to the love, that is where this magic has happened. Like, because fear is quite denser. Now we are moving into the love. Love is much lighter and higher vibrating. Like when we feel love for ourselves, we are happy, we are smiling. There is no resentment, there is no forgiveness. It's just more of like we are together, like, we are helping each other. So that is the frequency jump we made in now. And when you're in this moment, remember, you got the work to do, which is like remembering who you are, your strengths, your potentials, and making that leap of faith to do what excites you. Like, even for like 5 minutes a day, that's your time for you to do what's exciting, because this is your time. Remember that. Did that make sense? Lots of movement in my body. Amazing. So beautiful, really great experience. Really saw this growth, received beautiful messages. That's amazing, Eliasu. Good reminder of intentional shielding, protecting my energy time. I leave the house, go outside, come through. Absolutely. Like, because we are picking up energy so much quickly. And the fun thing is, we don't even need to leave the house. It's happening through our technologies. The technology is grabbing up into the energies. You go through the scrolls and like we feel like, why am I tired? Like, the tone, the music, like, or even the titles, like to get into the algorithms, like, a lot of like spiritual leaders as well, they use these flashcards of like fear kind of a statement. So they draw us to listen to it, like, because that's how the algorithms are working, and that does put us into like a tightness. So remember who you are, how you are transmuting it. Yeah. Shielding, protecting myself. Absolutely. And that totally makes sense. I got this beautiful card. It's a secret language of light is what this card I'm being drawn from. Interesting how the light codes and the light, everything came up, and it's the number 40 and color. So as you can see, like the heart is our beautiful shield and protecting element, and also the love, right? I'm going to check if there's any message that I can read out for you guys from the book. Your perception of life is becoming more colorful. You're opening to different colors and experiences. Colors break up old black and white thinking and opens your heart to the beauty of life and love. The colors of the rainbow are the variations of white light, reflecting the diverse experiences of life. They're all valid. Each color of the spectrum has its own energetic vibration that stimulates certain responses and healing. Different colors mirror your current physical, emotional, and spiritual state. Your soul uses this mirror to communicate your need to heal or to embrace balance. Get to know what colors you're attracted to and the ones that repel you. Your love and your love, no matter how colorful your or another life is. How amazing, isn't it? A perfect card for this theme today. Thank you so much, Eliasu. All right, so how is everyone feeling? Lighter? Definitely drink water. My go-to is cacao or herbal teas as well. I just something so much shift needs in. So interesting, like when we feel the denser energies, we need to turn towards the love, turn towards into the lighter frequencies to bring it in. Yeah. So that's the most important thing that we all can co-create together. And if we're all like, what is it, 76 meditators here, we're all co-creating this light frequency, lightness, love into our hearts. 76 communities are going to benefit out of it. That's so massive, right? Like we are all in the ripples of a domino effect that we are all doing together. It could be one person, but also the one person has so many interlocked like web of life that we are doing this, yeah, for us all. So we are frequencing into lighter. There are a couple of things that came through, like, shall I share? Are you guys going to look forward for that? And in meantime, do type in if any of those messages you feel resonating to the community, please do, because it might be like, you're remembering and you're reminding someone else their journey as well. Yeah. And if you're enjoying this so far, give a like and a share. And if you're drawn for an energy exchange, you can make a donation that keeps us going here on Inside Timer and supporting the teachers here. And I do have some of meditations up on Inside Timer, so you can listen to them. And Akashic meditations are there too. Leave a comment as well. Yeah. So, usually the fear happens when the faith is in a lower frequency. So remember to build on your faith and your trust. And you notice that from fear to the love, that bridge is being built up. Changing the narrative is the most important thing. When you remember what you did, your strengths are easier to go by deep. Like, when you went into the records, remembering of your past lifetimes, even though you may not fully remember, your body remembers now because you gave that intention and setting. You're going back and really evolving into the being that you are meant to be. Like, with that, now you think about your project, your hurdle. Actually, I got this. Like, I just need to make a phone call with someone, like, and you do those actions. You're not sitting with it and just going in the swirls of it, but you're making the actions which are coming in very easily as well. Yeah. So those are the most important thing. Yeah. Another beautiful perspective they showed is like, if anyone has a stable family, like when you were growing up, emotional needs, like say, for example, or you are actually the parent who is giving that to your children, give that emotional stability, you do notice you either would have been the strongest ones, like, and you have been the ones that are building everything from your heart because you got the stability, right? Are you with me on that? If not, you know that your children are very stable. They are very much in from their heart, growing, like believing there is someone trusting them, having a full support and a faith on them, right? And coming from a dysfunctional family, we learn not to do those things. We are evolving as well. But here the point is, like, when we are going into the records, the masters are holding that stability for us. They're holding the backbone and showing us, hey, this is your life. Like, whatever the limitations we had here on earth is not what's in the records. Like, it's an experience we are having. And when we are moved up into the bigger picture, you know that you are maybe not supported by the family, but you're supported by these amazing beings of light. And when you know that you got your back covered, we take that leap of faith to do things that are really inspiring. um Fear doesn't overtake, but the love overtakes, and you actually fulfill your stuff that you are meant to be, right? And that's the most important thing, that to be drawn by, move into the space, and go forward. Do you resonate with that? So remember, even if you're not being shown that love or being in the same capacity here on the earth life, but you are in this beautiful Akashic Records portal, and that's yours. You created that portal. That's your permission. That is your permission slip to remember who you are. And you're grabbing that to be leading a life with full authenticity into this lifetime. And why not create that, right? We all deserve that. And everyone is unique if you believe that. So, as you are unique with your gifts, how is everyone feeling? Love 88. Yay. Lighter. And now is the integration part is important. Taking those actions, making a list of those actions, easy, achievable, and seeing where that path is leading you to. And tell me if anyone has felt it in their physical body, like tingles, tummy grumbling, or right now having a slight headache, it could be, or feeling more lighter, or you have been like still in the dream state. because we do receive the information all the time, but it's about how we actually make it into plan. And big magic, another thing that I learned is like if we don't do those actions for our ideas, someone else is going to do it because the idea will move through. It's not going to sit with us for a long time. And then you realize in like 1 year time, oh my God, that's exactly the book I thought of writing. And someone else is here, still half dreaming. Thank you so much, Janine, for joining that early. So grateful for you. Much lighter. I'm feeling so peaceful, so ready to continue my journey. Amazing, Christine. Yeah. And remember, when we start, like, of course, the starting is always going to be a challenge or questionable. And it is because you are absolutely doing something unique and different. Nobody else has done it. So, of course, it's going to be right. And then when we start it, we are going to receive so much support, so much like minded people. And on our journey gets more exciting. There is no other way. We'll be doing other way around. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Feeling lighter, more positive. Amazing, Kathy. Glad you joined. So happy. Yeah, it's a change. It's all we are made of energies. And when we feel the lower frequencies, we can also feel the higher frequencies. We just need that capacity to change around, or being in a group or being in the soul tribes is where it changes so beautifully. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much for your gratitude and your donations. And deeply deeply grateful for you all to turn up on Monday and do this together so we see how the week goes by in this light energy of a flotation. Yeah. So this has also been on my YouTube, and YouTube channel is Srimanju Katragada, and it's on link is on my bio, and check it out. And you can always listen to the replay there. So until we meet later in the week, take care, lots of love, and keep buzzing, do things that excite you, and lots of love. Loka samasta sakino bhavantu. Loka samasta sakino bhavantu. Loka samasta sakino bhavantu. May the world be in peace and show your light shine brighter. Thank you. Namaste.